What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the inaugural edition of the Sports Drive here on the Arena Sports Network and here on Blab. My name is Josh Lopez. I am the host of the Sports Drive, and you can follow me on Twitter at Josh Lopez CSR. We got a great collection of fellas here to talk some sports. I want to get some particulars out of the way. For warning, this is a non-politically correct sports talk show. If what we say offends you, then you don't know anything about sports. It's just that simple.
We are the new stars of sports politically incorrect.
Yes,
that we are.
All right, let's introduce the fellas. Of course, we got the co-host Sean Mann all the way from Bumblebee, Idaho. Idaho. It's Sean Mann. What's going on, buddy?
I was waiting for that.
If y'all want to hear our preliminary discussions, we've had some fun with Idaho, okay?
Hey, Sean.
Oh, mercy.
How you doing, buddy? Introduce yourself to the pizza here.
Welcome, everybody, to the Sports Drive on this February 29th, 2016. It's our leap year anniversary show. Wait till 2020 comes, and then that'll be a day we can remember. It'll be a different era, but doing well in general. It is great to be back for doing sports talk. Welcome to blab.im. If you want to follow us, even if you want to join the chat room, you got to have a Twitter to come join us. So anyway,
yes.
Josh, Snowman, Frank, and I have got a lot to discuss, but glad to be here as always.
Before we get Frank in, he's having a lot of technical issues, so if anybody here on Blab could help him get his camera thing set up, we appreciate it. Let me introduce our good friend, a brother of mine. I said it earlier today that he's like my long-lost older brother that I never had. It's the founder and CEO of the Arena Sports Network at Arena Sports Net. It is the one and only Golden Voice Snow, the Snowman, Brian. Oh, what's going on, buddy?
Good morning, everybody. I'm doing great. Good to be on with you guys again. Sports Drive is back, and it's exclusively on Arena Sports Net. There will be this live show 4 days a week, and we'll have a replay 5 days a week on our sister station, Arena Sports Net Radio. So there's a couple of tricks that I've had in mind. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. Briefly about Arena Sports Net, we were founded in 1995, rebranded in 2013, going strong here for 3 years, and we provide a lot of play-by-play for high school sports. Josh, you've joined me on some calls. We've had a lot of fun, and we're steaming into 2016, 2017, especially with baseball around the corner. Can't wait.
Hard to believe.
Can you believe that?
I know, right? If you guys want to join us while Frank tries to settle out his camera issues, we have an open seat for you guys. If you guys want to get something off your chest,
come on in.
By all means, join us. With that said, let's get this bad boy started. What I like to do going forward with the shows is that we have an opening rant. If there's something that's bothering you and that you need to get off your chest, it could be about sports, it could be about life, it could be about anything. If you need something to get off your chest, go ahead and say it out at the beginning. So I'll start off with the Snowman here.
Okay.
Frank, are you there, Frank?
Come on, Frank. You still have, it's still a bad internet signal. We will have Frank on, folks. Okay, my opening rant is this.
Great.
I have one that was off the sports topic. I'm going to save that for tomorrow for a very special reason. My opening rant is this. Why the hell are people still praising LeBron James when he hasn't done it for 11 years? Seriously. I mean, I've said it all along, and it continues to be true, that LeBron James has not developed a jump shot, a consistent jump shot. And I also put a statement on Facebook that has been proven true. Draymond Green is a better forward than LeBron James. I'll back it up with this. Kawhi Leonard is a better forward than LeBron James. Are you kidding me? Y'all want to praise LeBron James when he didn't even play yesterday, and Cleveland got their ass kicked, and then they got their ass kicked in the game previous against the Detroit Pistons. You want to praise LBJ at home. Thank you. You want to praise LBJ because he beat the Chicago Bulls finally? LeBron didn't even have a hand in that victory. Everybody else had a hand in the victory except him. Were it not for a miraculous shot by Ray Allen, he'd be 1-5 in the finals. And I say he's 0-6 in the finals because David Stern, and yes, I'm calling him out, handed LeBron James that first title in 2012. He had no business, absolutely none, being in the NBA Finals. He had no business being in the finals in 2011. And you want to call me a conspiracy theorist? Go right ahead, because the officials swallowed their whistles for 4 straight games in the 2011 Eastern Conference Finals after the Bulls kicked their ass by 21 points in Game 1. And you want to tell me that LeBron James deserves all this praise when he hasn't even developed a consistent jump shot? He shoots 46% from the field for his career. He's barely 28% from three-point line, from three-point land. Yeah, if you can walk 8 steps down the lane and I get called for a travel and then pick up a rebound by pulling everybody out of the way and not having any kind of skill, like Dennis Rodman, like Shaquille O'Neal, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like Kevin McHale, like Larry Bird, like Robert Parrish. Skill also involves rebounding, not just pushing people out of the way. A skilled rebounder, Charles Barkley. A skilled rebounder, Karl Malone. A skilled rebounder, LeBron James is not. So do me a favor. Quit praising LeBron James until he actually leads his team to a title. And that's my opening rant.
John, go ahead, bud.
I can agree with what Snowman says about it because, since this is our opening segment for the NBA, the Cavaliers are a team that everybody praises. They think that they're expected to be very, very good. Not the case. 2-4 in the NBA Finals. LeBum walks it up the court, and he doesn't even care. He says, I'm just ready for the NBA season to be over with. I'm too tired. I'm too wussed out. I can see the Snowman's reaction right there. But the Cat, he's 2-4 all time in the NBA Finals. And, Cleveland, if you can't beat Detroit or you can't beat Washington, you've got some really serious problems there. And when Cleveland loses, I'm going to get a laugh like last year. I'll laugh and enjoy the fact that the Cavs don't get it done in the clutch. They lose. And then you know what? There's plenty of mourning in the city of Cleveland.
And not just from the Cavaliers either.
There's mourning in Cleveland. Oh, don't worry. I'll shake it off. I'll just go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Which begs the question, and we talked about this during the pre-show, what the hell is there to do in Cleveland?
Oh,
absolutely nothing.
Oh, there's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's the movie where the Christmas Story was shot.
There's Indian hookers.
I have to say,
listen, I'd rather go to Cedar Point in Sandusky, which is an hour and a half away from Cleveland, because there's actually something to do.
My rant's going to go with some comedy into it because we need to let everybody know about us here on the Sports Drive. Let me ask you guys a question. This for all the people out there in all the bumblebee portions of the United States. Who in the blue hell gets a haircut at Walmart? Can some...
I don't have that issue. I'm bald.
Franco, shut up with Bumblebee. Look, here we go.
Oh my God!
You see, there's a Buzz haircut that I got right there. You see, and you know what? If you,
I got news for you, Sean. That ain't a Buzz if you have to cover that sumbitch up all the time.
Hey, that's a Celtic hat right there. That's a Celtic championship hat. That was a big year in 08. Welcome, Sergeant.
I know.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah. I agree with Josh. I agree with Josh's question. Who the hell gets a haircut in Walmart, for God's sakes?
You know, if you go to Walmart, they'll cut your hair, they'll wash your hair, and they'll trim it, and they'll make it really, really good for you. Come on, I give you all a homework assignment to go to the nearest Walmart where they got a haircut. Look at Josh's face right there.
My only statement is the following. This is why I'm bald.
Hey, John, let me ask you a question now. You say you go to Walmart, you enjoy it, you go to the Subway, you go to whatever establishment you go to after you're done with your damn adventures. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you see little kids scrolling around with shopping carts when you're getting your haircut and people are staring at you? You know, usually they have like a little Caesar spot in the grocery store, then you got the Walmart haircut barber shop. Is it like that? Do you see kids riding around with shopping carts? Come on, mommy, I want a haircut. Come on, mommy.
I can't believe this. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it a great day to get a haircut?
Over here. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
Can we just stop in and get a haircut, Mommy? I want to get a haircut so badly.
That's progress. Look at that. You see that?
Wait. Here's a question. Here's a question. Let me back up Josh's question with this one. If you get a haircut in Walmart, what do the women do? Do they stop by the salon that's next to the haircut place?
Yeah, they walk by and they're like, God, this guy is a loser.
Hey, at least I had guts to walk into Walmart to get a haircut.
All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah, see, I was bad enough. Okay.
But still, do the women walk by the salon and go, what the hell is he doing with his life?
Hey, the barbers are nice, you know, and they cut it and they trim it and they.
You told
You know
me
why the barbers are nice? 2 reasons. Number 1, you're putting cash in their hand, and number 2, you're allowing them to expose you. The hell is wrong with this picture?
Hey, they wash my hair. They wash it.
Hey, but you also told me that most of the people that are in that barbershop are kids. So when you see these people going to their freaking cars with their shopping carts, they're gonna be like, "What's this pedophile doing here in the little kiddie's barbershop?"
Whoa, gosh, whoa, wow. I hope all of our listeners are having fun here talking about a haircut at Walmart. We got 3 laughing people.
There goes
And Frank is going to come, but I know Frank's going to have to protect him on this whole thing.
I promise we'll get into sports in just a couple minutes. Man.
Okay, I was waiting for this. By the way, Josh, I hope you had fun listening to that Hank Williams song that I sent you.
Oh, God. I'm a musician, and I fell asleep listening to that song. That's how bad it was.
Which song did you send him, Sean?
I sent him a country song. I sent him a country song of Hank Williams. I just wanted.
You know they're making a movie about him. They're making a biopic about Hank Williams.
What's the last part of that? When he got fired?
Yeah.
or when he's playing a bunch of honky tonk right there. Yeah.
Honky tonk man.
Yeah. So I sent it to Josh, everybody, on Saturday night. So I thought it could give him some inspiration.
And the song was.
What was the song? Let's see, Josh.
See, that's bad. When you send him a country song and you don't even know what the hell it is. What is wrong with you, Sean?
Hopefully this works.
It's called "Move It On Over." "Move It On Over" by Hank Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
Moving on up.
Move it on over.
Oh man!
All right.
Oh my God!
We hear guys. We hear Frank.
Yes, I figured it out. Not the video, but besides, nobody wants to see my. You know what? I guess it's great that we don't have women see my face because they will start to, well, you know.
Frank,
Run away.
The same way they ran if they see LeBron James's face.
Oh yes, definitely.
Or Chris Bosh's face.
Hey, this is a darn handsome face. Yeah, what is it, Sean? What is it?
Frank,
Looks like a damn tarantula.
you get a haircut at Walmart and get your hair trimmed, right? Yeah, come on.
Would you not tell me what to do?
It's a homework assignment. It's a homework
Dude, I
assignment.
graduated from school. I don't need you telling me what to do or give me homework
All right.
assignments.
Okay.
That's a bull.
All right.
That's
Well,
a
since-
bullshit homework assignment.
Hey, well, since we have the big win here, Frank, tell the peeps about yourself a little bit.
The peeps about myself. You know
Yeah.
what? I got to tell you, I am the big win courtesy of one Josh Lopez.
And he wears the blue bumblebee outfit.
Blue Bumblebee outfit. You know
He's
what?
from Blue Bumblebee, Indiana. All right, keep going.
Let's see. My name is Frank Sprinkle. I'm 34 years old. I live a pathetic life and communication. By the way, did you know? By the way, did you also know I'm single? I'm 34 years old and I'm not married.
You're not alone on that category.
Dude, you're 21 years old.
I'm still single.
All right, hey,
It's
hold up.
away.
Hold up. Before we get to sports talk, let's go around the horn here.
Oh, I don't know how to
Okay.
cook, too.
Okay, I'm 21 years old. I'm a graduate of broadcasting school. I've been doing radio and wrestling media for 3 years, and I'm currently single.
Yes.
Sean, how old are you freaking hump?
Well, let's
All right.
I'm going to be 29 years old in 24
Okay.
days, and I'm going to college. And now I'm realizing that I'm doing school, and since I've been doing radio for a long time, and of course I enjoy getting my haircuts at Walmart.
Gosh. What about bowling? He forgot bowling.
And I enjoy.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it.
Snowman, how old are you, buddy? So we around the horn here.
I'm an old fart. I'm 43. I'll be 44 in July. I just don't feel it because I'm hanging around with you guys.
You know, I mean, one of the purposes behind this show is kind of like having that feeling like we're sitting next to each other and talking about sports, not like talking down to people because we know better than. It's just
Like
not
the folks in
our type
ESPN
of thing.
1000, but I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, just saying. Kaplan.
I see a guy with an LA Dodgers hat on, folks.
Good
Not
God.
me.
No,
He's loading up. He's loading up his coffee like I did earlier this morning, and he's sporting the Los Angeles Dodgers. We're going to talk baseball later, and he's laughing at me, which is a great thing. The Los Angeles Dodgers.
Come on, man.
well, the Dodgers are on a mission. They want to end their World Series drought. They haven't won it since 1988.
And they're not going to win anytime soon.
No, they're not.
All right, let's get
No.
to
The
some
San Francisco Giants will win more titles than the Dodgers.
Wait, are they due to win it this year? They won it in 10, 12?
it's even year.
Oh, my goodness.
Baseball comes later. Josh, the opening subject cookies.
All right, let's get back into some sports talk. This damn comedy fest here starting the damn leapfrog day.
That's your homework assignment to get a haircut at Walmart.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't do what Sean says.
Okay.
Don't do what he says.
Okay.
Sean, you're
All
a
right,
disgrace
here
to
we
the
go.
youth of America.
All right,
Let's
here
go.
we go, Josh.
Let's go over some of the NBA last night. I'm gonna go through a quick rundown of the games from last night. We'll make our picks for tonight games as well. Okay. Let me get this out of the way as fast as possible. All right, the Cavaliers get blown out at the Verizon Center as they lose to the Washington Bullets, 113-99.
Thank you, Josh. Washington Bullets. Not
The
the
Hawks-
Wizards, the Washington Bullets.
Correct. The Hawks beat the Charlotte Hornets 87-76 at the Highlight Factory. The Magic beat the 76ers 130-116. Philadelphia is now 8-51. The Pistons beat the overrated Toronto Raptors 114-101.
Hold it! How can you call them overrated for crying out loud?
Because just like the Cavaliers, the Raptors are overrated and they will fail in the first round. Next question.
All right, Portland, probably the hottest team in the Western Conference right now, beat the Indiana Pacers 111-102. The Mavericks destroyed the pathetic Minnesota Timberwolves 128-101. And then the late night game, it was Miami embarrassing the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden 98-81. All right, boys. Let's go to the game with the Cavaliers and the Wizards last night. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. The Cavaliers, even though they had the top record in the Eastern Conference, I've been doing a lot of recap articles. So for those who don't know, I'm a writer. I do a lot of articles and stuff for a living, and I cover all these games to keep in touch with the basketball stuff because I do a lot of wrestling and I don't have a lot of time to watch these games. Wrestling. So I feel like the Cavaliers, despite their record, it's not as impressive as people make them out to be. I really don't. I don't think they're the best team in the Eastern Conference. They've shown that they're lazy and incompetent. Hell, it's only when Tristan Thompson wants to show some freaking aggression is when they start playing good. And don't get me started on freaking Alfred James.
My belief is
Alfred. Where did that come about?
My belief is I'm looking at the Cavs right now, gentlemen, and everybody listening into the Sports Drive. The Cavs are good at home, okay, 24-5, but the problem that could really doom them come playoff time is the road. I'm looking at them; they're 17-12 overall on the road. The Cavs are not a good team. They're not very good against Detroit. Not very good against the Wizards. I think they can make a deep run to in the NBA playoffs, but I do not see the Cavaliers making it all the way back to the NBA Finals. And you know what? Even if the Cavs get to the NBA Finals, they'll get blown out by Golden State or San Antonio. Because the Western Conference is way better than the Eastern Conference. I'm just sorry, the Eastern Conference is not really what I would consider to be the best.
If last night's game in Washington is an indication of anything that will happen this spring in the playoffs, the Cavs do not get past the second round. Let me tell you why. Laziness, incompetence, inability to score late. All right? Look at the last two games at Washington and at home against Detroit. Inability to score late. Hell, they nearly let the Chicago Bulls come back and beat them when they had them down by 17 points, and the Bulls made a run. And right now, you want to say Toronto's the hottest team in the East? No way. You want to say Cleveland is the hottest team in the East? I don't think so. You want to put the Atlanta Hawks, the Atlanta Squawks up on a pedestal? I don't think so. Here is my prediction. The one team that Cleveland does not want to see is the Chicago Bulls. Why? Because the Bulls have given them hell for the past 5 years. If we see them in the playoffs, and I'm pretty much guaranteeing that we will, Cleveland's going to have some issues. Big time.
It will. And, you know, the Bulls were a team that was very, very close last year to knocking them out in the second round of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Frank, I know. Frank,
let me join you.
Frank, how would you view the Cavaliers, bud? What do you think about the way this Cleveland team looks heading into the NBA playoffs? Because we only got about a month left to go.
Dude, they're in disarray. Are you nuts? This is a team that fires their head coach. And how do you fire your head coach when you have such a great record and such a high seeding as the Cavaliers? This is a team that has had internal disagreement. This is a team that just seems to can't get along with each other. I mean, listen, look at the articles I've been reading here. I mean, Kyrie Irving needs to become a better playmaker for the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is just complete dysfunction. I mean, listen to this. I mean, I'm reading this article from ESPN.com. Concern for Cavs extremely high after loss. This Cavaliers team, they are jokers. They are jokers. They are America's disgrace. Let me ask you this, Brian. Don't you think that people want to see LeBron James win because he is the NBA darling?
LeBron James has been given a title he has no business having, which is King James, okay? There's only one king, and his last name is Jordan, not James, all right?
Yes, amen.
He is the only person. He is the only person that is allowed and required to wear the number 23.
Qualified,
I'm sorry. And qualified. Thank you, Josh. At least with Air Jordan, Nike waited to see what he could do on the floor halfway through his rookie season before they gave him a contract. Nike gave LeBron James a $90 million contract before he put foot to floor in 2002. 11 years later, he has not improved.
Yes,
and this Cleveland Cavalier team is trying to harken back on the days of the 80s when they actually had talent with Larry Nance, Brad Daugherty, Mark Price, Ron Harper, John Hot Rod Williams. Those are Cleveland teams that you hate, but you respected because you knew what you were going to get from them talent-wise. You're not getting it from this Cavalier team. Tristan Thompson is a part-time rebounder. Kyrie Irving is a part-time point guard, and he's not all the way back from his knee injury that he suffered in the NBA Finals.
Correct.
Where are you going to get your scoring? Because LeBron James is not going to give you 30 and 5 a night like, I don't know, Stephen Curry. I don't know, like Tim Duncan. Like, I don't know, a former Celtic, Kevin Garnett.
Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard, okay? Cleveland is in such disarray right now that you can look at this team and take one piece away from them and they would completely fall apart. And the piece doesn't have to be LeBron James, okay?
Hey, can I expand on that?
Go ahead.
Can I expand on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I've been covering all these games this year, and I feel like you bring in Channing Frye. He hasn't done a hell of being since the trade deadline, since he came to the Cavaliers. Nothing. You still have Matthew Dellavedova, who's a one playoff wonder.
Yeah,
he's not going to be anything of substance in the coming years. And then you got Kevin Love, who's the most overrated, most overpriced forward I've ever seen in my life.
Who gets beat up by smaller forwards in key games. Shall I take you back to Christmas Day in Oakland?
Yeah, and also, it's one thing to score 20 points against the Utah Jazz and then score freaking 5 points against the Golden State Warriors.
It's one thing to score 20 against the Phoenix Suns and then only show up and score 9 against the Chicago Bulls on 2 occasions.
Yes. And let's get into the Bulls conversation.
Yes, shall we?
Bulls that have 4 of their 5 stars out with injuries. Joakim Noah is out for the rest of the season. Jimmy Butler's dealing with knee issues. He's going to be back in a couple weeks. Mirotic is out. Rose is going in and out with some hamstring tendonitis thing that's been plaguing him over the last couple of days.
Would you play already, for the love of God?
Well, let me say this. In Derrick Rose's defense, a guy like that is going to go through some serious leg injuries, especially after the debilitating injury he went through in 2012. He tried to rush back. This is my opinion. He tried to rush back and didn't have any success, and he's feeling it right now in other parts of his body. You got to remember, this is a young man that played with ulcers one night and still rang up 30 points a couple of years ago. Will Derrick Rose ever be the same? No. The injuries are just debilitating him to the point where he listen, Frank, to the point where he is almost thinking of hanging it up and not competing at all. This is just pure injuries that's costing him right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, when it comes to here's something that the Cleveland Cavaliers lack. They lack somebody that's going to be a leader when it comes to the supporting cast. And I clearly believe that LeBron James is not leading the supporting cast well. The thing with Derrick Rose is he doesn't have to do as much. I mean, all he has to do is dribble the ball across the timeline and set up the plays. I mean, he's got enough talent where he can act go ahead.
And you're true with that. But here's a statement that I've said about the Bulls in the past 6 years that is holding true right now. The only thing that has stopped the Bulls from reaching the NBA Finals has been injuries. And that started in the 2011 East Finals when they lost, remember this name? Omar Sheik, to an injury that was caused by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Sheik, I believe, broke his leg and was unavailable for the remainder of the series, which allowed Cleveland to go inside all day long.
Don't forget that Luol Deng was out from that series.
Luol Deng was out also. If there's one player the Bulls miss right now, aside of Derrick Rose, it's Luol Deng.
Oh, all right.
Deng. Because Luol Deng is a hybrid forward that can guard anybody that he wants to guard. Imagine a front court of Pau Gasol and Luol Deng and Joakim Noah. But the only thing that has kept the Bulls, and it's happening again, the only thing that's keeping the Bulls from reaching the full potential is injuries. That's all. If they can stay healthy for the second half of the year, Cleveland has got problems. Period.
And also, let's look at the fact that guys like Etuan Moore came out.
He has.
Yes.
Oh my God, Etuan Moore, I love it.
And also, Doug McDermott is finally finding his shot in the NBA now.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting opportunities. I mean, look, I have all the respect in the world for Tom Thibodeau. He had an amazing run here in Chicago, but there was times for a change. How many times did you watch Bulls games and you thought they were going through the motions and going slow on offense and barely go back to the court to try to get – yeah, they were a good defensive team, but many times you watch a Bulls game and it'll just jog down the court. They wouldn't even run.
Thibodeau was one of the most intense coaches I've ever seen. The guy was always into the game. I mean, compared to other coaches, don't you get the sense that – and Fred Hoiberg's doing all that he can, but compared to Fred Hoiberg, isn't he kind of passive compared to Tom Thibodeau? Because this guy was always into the game every single second it was being played.
First year coach, okay? You want to give Fred Hoiberg a chance to establish what he can do.
Yeah, I'm giving him that.
Yeah. Well, that's what you want to do. A lot of Bulls fans, and I hate these pseudo Bulls fans. Thank you, Josh, for that term.
Yeah, thank you, Josh.
For calling for Fred Hoiberg's head halfway through the season. You don't know what Fred Hoiberg's going to do.
No.
There's a former Bulls coach that went through the same thing, trying to figure out what he can do with his team. You know his name? Doug Collins.
Oh, Doug Collins was a terrific head coach in the late 80s. This is a guy that actually helped lay the foreground for what would be the Bulls dynasty. I mean, if you look at it, that was pretty much the same core come 1988-89, which was Collins' last year. The thing is, they just went with a different direction with Phil Jackson, Collins' assistant. They go with the triangle off. They have the triangle offense, some great assistant coaches. But Doug Collins, I'll say this, Collins really did a great job in helping to establish that dynasty.
I wanted to mention this because Sean's background gives it away, but in my opinion, I feel that the Celtics could give the Cavaliers a run for their money if they met in the playoffs. Sean, talk about that, buddy.
Let me first talk about the Celtics. With the Bulls, because the reason why they're the 8th seed, gentlemen, is because they've dealt with a lot of injuries. They would be right up there with Boston and Toronto and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference. The Bulls are playoffs start today. The Bulls would open up against the Cavaliers. Wouldn't it be funny and amazing that if those two teams meet in the first round?
And we kicked their ass in the first round.
The Bulls upset. They shocked the world. They really shocked the world by upset. It would probably be the biggest shock in the NBA forever because they would be the team that would actually knock out the Cavaliers because everybody praises this team. Even Skippy Bayless, whoever the heck that guy is.
Wait, Sean, shame on you. Everybody praises this team. None of us do.
None of us do, but the media does because everybody. Everybody's.
Here's why we don't praise here's why we don't praise the Cleveland Cavaliers, because we actually do our research and actually watch the games and actually see what they are trying to do. And Cleveland is the most overhyped team in the NBA right now, period.
This is why I shut ESPN off, because if the Cavaliers lose a couple games or they start losing, they'll start saying, "Oh, the Cavaliers lost. Why can't they win the big?" Because they whine and they complain, and the media is always upset about it. Skip Bayless then goes on a tantrum, gets all upset when the Cavaliers don't win. I think the Bulls really can. If they're the 8th seed and it remains like this, although they can pass Charlotte, but if the Bulls have to play against Cleveland, Bulls could shock the world by knocking them out in the first round. Cleveland is not good enough. And you know what? The Bulls are sick of losing to LeBron James. You just know it angers them so much that they're so sick of losing to them. Bulls fans are sick and tired of it. And you have to think about it. David Blatt, you should be lucky that the Cavs even got to the NBA Finals, because you burned a timeout. You had no timeout.
Game
How did you do that?
Game 4.
Yeah,
and that's the reason why they let David Blatt go, and Tyronn Lue is the head coach, because Tyronn Lue saved David Blatt's ass in Game 4. Because if the official was looking right at him, Josh, you and I talked about this right after it happened. The official was looking right at David Blatt, signaling a timeout. The official should have done his job and recognized it. That way, and then Cleveland gets slapped with a technical foul. That's a free throw and possession of the ball, and the Bulls put it away. Period.
Yeah, and that was
once again, call me a conspiracy theorist, but once again, the Bulls get screwed out of a chance to take LeBron James out, because the official was looking right at David Blatt when he signaled the timeout. Hell, you should have whistled 2 technical fouls against David Blatt in Game 4, coming onto the floor and the timeout when they had none.
That's why the NBA was so wanting Cleveland to be in the NBA Finals. I just don't want to see them in there. Otherwise, you know what I'll do? I'll boycott the NBA Finals until a team is way ahead, because I am so sick and tired year after year. That's always been Cleveland. You know, the last time in the NBA Finals that LeBron was not in there, it was the great matchup, the old rivalry between the Celtics and the Lakers, and that was one of the best NBA finals. It was heartbreaking.
2010.
Yeah. As for the Celtics,
you know what?
Josh,
that was the greatest. That was one of the greatest 7-game. 2 of the greatest 7-game series I ever watched. 84 Lakers and Celtics, and the Celtics won in 7. They won Game 7, 111 and 102. And then 2010 when the Lakers and Celtics won all 7. The Lakers won Game 7 in Los Angeles, 83-79. But those are 2 of the greatest. But if you think about, But Sean, those are 2 of the greatest NBA Finals 7-game series that I ever watched.
Yes, amen to that.
Well, Boston and LA is always the old rivalry. There's a lot of history between those 2 teams, and of course, the Celtics have always whooped the Celtics have always whooped the Lakers. Beat them 9 times in the NBA Finals. LA got lucky 3 times: 85, 87, and 2010. As for the Celtics, Josh, am I pleased about the way they're playing? You bet I am. I mean, this is a young Celtic team. The Celtics are going to be a playoff team. I don't know if they're going to win no, they won't win the finals this year.
I bet you
they're not there yet, but they do need some franchise players. But I like Isaiah Thomas. I like Sullinger. I like Avery Bradley. And I'm telling you, Boston can't beat Cleveland in the NBA playoffs. Cleveland,
Sullinger is becoming that franchise. Let me say this. Sullinger and Thomas are becoming those franchise players that you can build around. Especially with a young coach. They're becoming those franchise players. Like Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson are becoming in Oakland. Like Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant are becoming in OKC, which should still be Seattle, but I'll save that rant for later in the week. It's like they're becoming those franchise players. You don't have to sign a franchise player in free agency. Let these players develop and become the franchise players that you want them to be.
Well, all right, hey guys, let's go into some of the games tonight before we go into some other stuff, because we got the Skippy Bash Hour.
That's going to be fun. Yeah. The shots are ready.
Do I need to give an update, Josh? Do I need to give an update at all?
In a couple minutes after we pick these games, all right? Okay. All right, let's do this, boys. First one tonight, we have Indiana at Cleveland. Who you guys got?
Indiana 124, Cleveland 100.
I'm going to pull upset special. You know, the way the Cavaliers are playing right now, I'm taking the Indiana Pacers to pull the upset special and knock out Cleveland tonight.
Especially after getting their ass kicked at home by the Portland Trail Blazers.
And the Cavaliers looking bad against the Wizards and against the Pistons. That just makes me laugh.
There's a team we're not talking about in terms of getting into the playoffs. You know who could sneak in? The Detroit Pistons.
Yes, they could.
They've made some great moves at the trade deadline, and Andre Drummond is a beast and a half.
Because
he's gonna
defense.
I want to see Andre Drummond beat the hell out of Tristan Thompson and LeBron James. Please.
I have a question, though, gentlemen, before we get to the other games, Josh, real quickly, for all three of you. Are you surprised to see the Pistons this good this year? Are you surprised that they're doing
No.
I'm not, especially with what Brian said with the trading deadline moves.
Hey, say what you want about Stan Van Gundy, but one thing that's missing in today's NBA is defense. Team defense. And that's why you see the Pistons where they are right now.
Yep. And that's why you see the Spurs where they are, and that's why you see the Warriors where they are. Because here's the thing. They have really put together their defense.
Yes, they have.
Period. Championship teams play defense. Period.
All right,
Frank, how would you view the Pistons, Frank, real quickly?
Hey, you know what? This is fun because whenever the Detroit Pistons are playing well, it is great for the NBA. Would you say that? Because you know what? They've always had, every year they've been competitive. They've always had a thuggish attitude about them. So you know what? I'll say this: it's great for the NBA, but it's also great for the city of Detroit too. These fans here are some of the best in sports,
especially when they were in 04.
They do.
Think back to 2004 when Detroit won the NBA Finals against LA. They upset them, and I'll never forget Larry Brown saying, "We're not supposed to be here, but we're going to show the Lakers what we're made of," and they really did beat them in 5 games. I won't forget that.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I like beautiful.
This
next game.
Yeah, this next game is a barn burner here. We have the Philadelphia 76ers at the Washington Bullets.
I'll go first.
Is it in the Capitol Center?
Yes.
I'll go with the Wizards in this game. Philadelphia are just a disastrous team from day one, and I think Philadelphia fans are just ready for the Philadelphia Phillies baseball season to get here because of how bad the 76ers have been.
Tanking. You know, that's what you see right now.
Do I actually have to pick this game?
Yes. Quickly, please. Preferably.
Bullets by 20.
I'm gonna take Washington, definitely. Come on. I'm taking anybody who plays against the 76ers.
The 76ers are a product of tanking, and you see how that does not work. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you got to rebuild if you're struggling in the first half of the season. You know, logically, Bulls media members said that they wanted the Bulls to tank the rest of the year so they could rebuild through the draft. Had that worked out for the 76ers? No.
How about this one? This is funny to say it. The Philadelphia fans will say that they'll need Julius Irving.
The next one here we have is Utah at Boston.
Oh, that's at the Garden too.
You know what? The last time the Celtics played the Jazz in Utah, I was one angry and one irked off man because it came off the All-Star break. The Celtics are much, much better at home. They're 19-10 at home. Utah is 9-18 on the road. Got to go with the Boston Celtics. They are playing really good basketball, and I'm telling you, when playoffs come, Celtics are going to be really tough to beat. Brad Stevens is a good young coach. I really like this guy. At first I had doubts. I thought, this is a college coach. Look what Rick Pitino brought to the Celtics.
I'm going to go with the upset
same way.
special. I'm going to go with the upset special. I'm going to go Jazz 91, Celtics 83.
I'm gonna go with the Celtics.
I can't go that way.
I'm gonna make sure.
I can't go that way. I see this young Celtics team really putting things together. Utah cannot survive on the road. I say Celtics 102, Jazz 93.
Let's see. This next one is going to be a real boring one. We have Houston at Milwaukee. Preferably get your quicks out as fast as possible. Houston at the Bucks.
Oh God! At the Bradley Center of all places.
Yeah, the dump.
All right. I hate you, James Harden. Milwaukee 95, Houston 85.
Whoa! Well, you know what?
I hate you, James Harden.
FU Network says Houston by 10.
Houston
I'll
by
take
10.
the Rockets tonight. Yep, that's Tito.
Frank?
I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks over the game's in Milwaukee. Look, I'm going to take Milwaukee.
Even though that arena is a dump, I'll go with the Milwaukee Bucks because I can't stand Dwight Howard and his overrated ass.
You know what I like?
Dwight Howard.
Seriously, for NBA, I like
Dwight Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
need to bring the Mecca back.
The next one here, we have Memphis at Denver. This one should be a pretty good game. I'm going to go with the Grizzlies.
I'll take the Memphis Spizzlies to beat the Denver Nuggets. No, just kidding. Memphis.
Y'all foul.
Penalty flag. Back it up.
Y'all are foul. Is that up in the air in Denver? Is that in Denver?
Yeah, Mile High. Yep.
And the Mile High Center.
Okay, stupid things happen in Denver. For that reason, I will ride with the home team. I'll ride with the Nuggets. I'll say Nuggets by 3.
But I got to ask you, before we get to Frank, though, what do you guys think the Nuggets need? You know, they're not going to be a playoff team. What do they need?
Coach.
They need an owner that actually knows anything about basketball. That's what they need.
Agreed.
They're the Colorado Rockies of the NBA. Go figure.
Frank, what do you think?
I'm going to take the Memphis Grizzlies. This is a team that's in playoff contention, and I think the Denver Nuggets, with their record, have pretty much quit.
But Frank,
but I'll say it again. Just as the Golden State Warriors, stupid things happen in Denver.
That is true.
But Frank,
Stupid things happen in Denver, and that's why I'm by a very slight margin, and I mean like this. I go with Kenneth Fareed and the home team.
But Frank, how would you assess the Nuggets, Frank? What do you think they're going to need after this year?
A lot of help in the draft.
A lot of help in the draft. There you go.
That's what they're going to need. This is a team
that's not going to do them any favors.
Well,
you know what the Denver Nuggets need? Alex English right about now.
The Nuggets haven't been the same since Carmelo got traded. Remember, the last time they made the deep threat was 2009, and they went to the Western Conference Finals. And yes,
you know,
Network, you were happy when the Lakers beat the Nuggets.
All right.
And the Lakers put a foot in their ass.
The next one here, we have Oklahoma City heading down to Sacramento against Boogie Cousins and the Sacramento Queens.
After what happened Saturday night and the Seattle Supersonics blowing a 12-point lead in the final 9 minutes, and yes, I'm calling them Seattle because I can't stand them in OKC right now. Like I said, that's a rant for later in the week. Got to go with the dynamic duo of Westbrook and Durant to blow out Sacramento by at least 20.
So am I. I think it's going to be a big bounce back for Oklahoma City after what happened. I'll tell you what, that was the game of the year Saturday night. To this point, the game of the year in the NBA, hands down.
Here's a wrestling story. The Rock used to do rock concerts on Raw, and I remember one time they did it in Sacramento. He's like, I'll be sure to come back when the Lakers beat the Kings in May.
Wasn't it after WrestleMania that one year the Rock turned heel again?
Yes.
I think so.
03.
I like what the Fuck You Network says right here. He says, first of all, the Nuggets were better after they traded Melo for at least 2 years. I have to admit, when I lived in Wyoming there, Dino, the Nuggets were so big when Carmelo played there. And he was big. He got the Nuggets some playoff appearances, but they got bounced out every time in the first round. But 2009, they had the best chance to actually get to the finals, but they ran into the LA.
I just have a question.
What?
Just like LeBron James, who actually gives two fifths of a rat's ass about Carmelo Anthony?
Well, here's what
I
FU
don't.
Network says. Melo is a cancer, and I can agree with that. And I don't even think he's going to stay with the Knicks. I think Melo's going to be gone after this year.
I think Phil
I
Jackson
think
wants him
Melo
gone.
is done. Yeah. That's why Phil Jackson has to step down to coach. He has to deal with Melo when he refuses to.
Hey, by the way, Jimmy Butler, you need to check your ego out the door when you come back from injury.
Yes.
I'll take the OKC Thunder, and I got to ask one thing about the Kings, though. Do you think it's a matter of time when George Karl get fired as coach of the Kings?
Yes.
Yes, it will. Yeah.
He's going to bite the dust too.
All right, the last
I like George Karl, though.
the last game tonight is Brooklyn at the Clippers.
Who cares? That's my.
I'll be watching Raw.
Oh my goodness! Talk about boring entertainment.
I'll be sawing down redwoods by the time they tip off in the Staples Center.
I might take a nap. I got to work at midnight.
Well, if you look at the Clippers, gentlemen, the Clippers right now sit at the 4th seed. They're only a few games back of OKC.
And they're just as overrated as the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Everybody will be wondering, though, if the Clippers do get to the – can they learn their lesson? Remember last year they blew a 3-1 lead against the Houston Rockets in the Western Conference semifinals.
All right.
That's the most boring series I ever watched in my life.
Before we get to the bash hour, let's go to On This Day in Sports History.
Oh, yes. I love that.
Yes.
Educate me.
All right, here we go. On this day, 1964, Dawn Fraser got her 36th world record. The Australian swimmer was timed at 58.9 seconds in a 100-meter freestyle swim race in Sydney, Australia.
Nice.
The Olympics is happening this summer, too, by the way.
And I got a this day in history basketball-wise, and I hated this game because I watched it all the way through. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save it. Save it. Go, Josh. Go, Josh.
There would be a lot of history, would there? This is February 29th.
Yes.
What? Nothing.
There's
Really, a lot
history.
of things don't happen on February 29th because it's a leap year every 4 years.
That's why there's a lot of history.
Imagine being born on this day.
Oh, somebody who has a birthday on this day, I feel bad for.
It really sucks to be that guy or girl.
Yeah. Well, on this day, 1972, Hank Aaron signed a contract with the Atlanta Braves for $200,000.
What year was that again?
And we all know what happened 2 years later on April 8th.
Yep, 1974 at Fulton County Stadium.
Guys, Hank Aaron is the home run king to me.
Yep.
Okay, FU Network, shut up, will you please?
The FU Network's not for children, I can tell you that.
Good buddy.
Neither are we.
Yeah. On this day, 1980, Gordie Howe of the Hartford Whalers became the first NHL player to score 800 goals. It was his 1,000th regular season game.
You know what's amazing about Gordie Howe played? Think about this. Gordie Howe played professional hockey in 4 different decades: the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Oh, actually, 5. Pardon me, the 80s as well. Think about it. Gordie Howe, 5 different decades of professional hockey.
And you wonder why he's one of the greatest of all time.
He might be yeah, definitely.
Up there with all the other great hockey greats.
Here's an interesting one here. 1992, the Professional Spring Football League began operations.
The Professional Spring Football League.
That doesn't work. Football in spring does not work.
Just ask the World League of American Football and just ask the XFL.
Hey, man, leave XFL alone, man. That was entertaining.
I'll give you that.
You know what? The scramble was pretty cool.
I know. I miss football, too. It won't be. Don't worry.
I think we all miss football.
This is the XFL.
This is the XFL. Hey, did you guys watch the first game? I did.
Yes.
I watched a little bit of the XFL. Remember,
Maniacs.
the XFL had low ratings. They couldn't continue to keep doing it. They had to go with the NFL.
I knew a guy that tried out for the XFL.
Y'all remember He Hate Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, Rob Smart. Rob Smart.
Yeah.
How about arena football? Anybody like arena football there?
I used to be
arena
a big
football
Chicago
is
Rush
awesome.
fan. I used to be a big.
I call it basement football. I've been to arena games. It feels like you're playing football in the basement.
Yeah.
Seriously, got AstroTurf laid down there.
well,
I call it basement ball.
Arena football game back in April of 05. That was fun. Yep.
All right, this last one here I have from 1996 said the Dallas Mavericks set an NBA record with 18 three-pointers in the game, and they also set a record with 12 three-pointers in a half.
I have
That's
to
it.
say,
I think that since has been broken.
but
Yeah.
that was before Mark Cuban became owner of the Dallas Mavericks, and look where they're at now.
Agreed.
Mavericks.
Agreed.
But Josh, they won the NBA Finals 5 years ago. Hey, come on, you got to give them that.
Because they were the better team than the supposed dream team with
Then the
LeBron and all the.
Then the supposed Miami. Then the supposed Miami feat.
Miami, yeah, Miami.
Yeah, Miami feat.
Stephen A. Smith kissed LeBron James' feet.
Oh, I can't wait till we get to the bash hour.
Well,
And I think it's about that time.
Oh, well, Josh, come on, Josh. Jalen Rose blocked you. Remember that? Because you had a comment that you didn't like about Jalen Rose.
You know what, Sean? I got to tell you.
I think it's sad that a guy like Jalen Rose, who used to play for the Bulls, is qualified to be a broadcaster.
I
That's
feel like
television screen.
we should contract Sean to do voiceovers for people saying, "Oh come on, oh come on, oh come on, John, oh come on, Joe." You know what? That's like Sean's trademark.
You know what?
Oh,
That's
come
one.
on.
You know what? That's one hell of an idea.
We should.
We should actually do that.
And you know what? I make a suggestion.
Seriously.
Some of the profit be given to Sean, and some of the profit be given to me because it was my idea.
Well, this next segment was my idea. It's called
Yes.
the Skippy Bayless Bosh.
Okay.
No,
Here we
Sean's
go.
got to make the announcement.
So,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we go. It's been a long time since we haven't done this. It's the Skippy Bayless shower. Get the aftershocks ready.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Well, for those who don't know, the Skip Bayless Bash Hour is a collection of quotes I take from his No Take show. I'm not calling it First Take. I'm calling it No Take.
I like
And
that.
then I'll take quotes when he appears on Stephen A. Smith's Sirius XM show and some old YouTube clips. So they're not always in current day relations.
FU Network here
And
in
by
the show. Get ready for this.
By the way, I'm not Skippy. I'm just the messenger, okay? I'm just the messenger.
Why would you want to be Skippy?
Hey,
I
Frank.
don't know.
yeah, why the hell would you
Yeah.
want to be?
Yeah, you're saying I'm not Skippy. Why would you want to think that way?
Well, if Skip Bayless was here, he says, "Hello, I'm Skip Bayless. I'm going to give you all my autograph. Here you go. Here's my autograph for you."
Hey, Skip, here's my foot up your ass.
And that's the bottom line because Sports Drive said so.
Amen to that.
And in a
Look
sense,
what
that's
FU Network says. Skip's love for Tebow is disturbing.
Well,
What?
well, hey, FU Network, I'm glad you brought that up because that's the first quote of the day, actually. Here we go.
No.
All right, let's hold off with the interruptions now. Let's get into the actual format here.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
It's
Come
going to
on.
be great.
All right. Skippy Bayless said that
And thus the torture begins.
my San Francisco 49ers should sign Tim Tebow to an exclusive contract.
You know what? I'm not leaving quite yet. Why San Francisco? I mean, does he want to hold the 49ers back for 10 years? Look what you did, Josh. Look what you did. You made the snowman leave. Shame
No,
on
I'm
you.
laughing because Snowman and his reaction just got up and went.
Shame on you.
Go ahead, Snowman.
I only have a 2-word response.
Hell no.
Given everything that's going on in San Francisco, and I don't know if they're ever going to solve the problem, in terms of signing Tim Tebow, hell Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't you ever in this lifetime, Josh Lopez, utter that statement again.
I'm
Ever.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, I just thought about something. Could you imagine a nightmare scenario where you have Tim Tebow and Johnny Manziel in training camp competing for the starting quarterback job? Can you imagine that nightmare?
Just stop.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a coach or an assistant coach or an extra player in that situation at all.
Hey, we'll throw in RG3 as well.
Tim Tebow could say this. Hi, I'm Tim Tebow. I signed with the 49ers. I'm going to bring religion into football. He's going to talk.
Well, here's the next quote.
If that ever happens, I will fly to Santa Clara, walk up to Tim Tebow, sock him in the mouth, and sock the owners in the mouth, and leave. No, I'll drop them all with a Stone Cold Stunner. Then I'll leave. Next.
Look what FU Network says. What if they signed him as a fullback? I had always said Tebow can't throw, but he can run.
Just stop.
And there I type my response. Let's go, Josh.
Oh, man. Skippy Bayless said that RG3 is going to be the comeback player of the year this season.
Did he go see a psychic? I mean, really, did he go see a psychic or something?
Are you kidding me? RG3 is injury prone. What is with you, Skip?
Hey,
Yeah.
Skip,
yeah.
did RG3's dad pay you to say that, by the way? I'm curious.
I was going to say that. Somebody must be paying Skip Bayless to say this stuff.
Look at my response.
yeah.
I'm saying RG3 is going to Dallas. Get ready for it because I know Manziel's not going after all the trouble he's gotten himself into.
They're going to talk about Manziel this week. I got to mention something about Manziel this week. I got a theory.
Okay. RG3 comeback player of the year?
Yes. According to
Scratch
Skip
my
Bayless.
ass.
No. Actually, my vote for comeback player of the year would be Andrew Luck because he actually had injuries to deal with and tried to play through them and just couldn't, unlike RG3, who was a bitch and sat on the sidelines.
I have a better.
And RG3 rushed back too soon from a knee injury. Talked about it earlier with Derrick Rose.
I have a better shot at getting a haircut at Walmart than RG3 winning the comeback player of the year.
This show is going to be awesome. I'm being serious. You know, I can't wait for Thursday morning when we get to talk about the bowling.
That's the second time Josh has made me drop my headset.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Oh.
I can't wait to be in my studio later this week when y'all see the surroundings and everything.
Is it Thursday yet? Is it Thursday?
I can't wait for me, Snowman, and the Big Win to hang out. That's going to be a riot.
Oh, we will. Hey, I'm going to take it.
A riot.
I'm sure you guys.
Sean, if you were only close by, I'd show you some good joints in downtown Chicago to call home.
I'd be wearing my Boston sports gear to meet up with you.
And you know something? I wouldn't mind. Listen, I wouldn't mind one bit because the places I have in mind are sports bars, and they welcome everybody.
I wouldn't mind if Sean hanged out with us. He'd want to take us bowling.
What do you mean? Fly up to Idaho? I thought you say, fly up to Idaho, stay at the Holiday Inn, and watch my bowling event.
Frank, Sean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying this. Nobody's cruising down Bumblefuck, Idaho, or Blue Bumblebee, Indiana. No.
Clemens is a nice state. What about my convertible? Wait, I don't have one.
Yeah, you wish.
I did.
Oh, man. All right. Here's
How did Mark Schlereth get out of Idaho?
I know that the FU Network, I know Dino is just saying, I'm dying over here. Everybody is, buddy.
Well, this next vote will have people dying for the next 5 years because Skip Bayless said that I agree with Jerry Jones. Tony Romo should be the quarterback of my Dallas Cowboys. Now, listen, this is the key part here. For the next 4 to 5 years.
FU Network will have something to say. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember Snowman and Josh and Frank? The Cowboys are America's team. They're America's team.
That's who. I didn't think they're not America's team to me.
The Cowboys play in a stadium that's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
It's in Arlington, Texas. And at least Josh doesn't have to worry maybe about Dallas this year and go to Jerry World.
Look,
Hey,
if you put AT&T Stadium actually in Dallas and cleared out some room, I can understand. But you're talking about a quarterback that's more injury prone than RG3 and Johnny Manziel put together.
Hey, aren't you going to WrestleMania?
I don't know yet.
Oh, maybe it's a good thing you don't, because then you'll have to run into Jerry Jones, maybe.
And look, Skip Bayless, the Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since 1995. It's been a long drought here. And every year he says, we're going to be back. Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. Football and Super Bowl glory's come back.
They barely won the Super Bowl with Barry Switzer, for God's sakes.
Yes, they did.
That was in 95. And, Frank, you remember that, and so do I, when the Cowboys won that
They
Super
didn't
Bowl.
need to be coached. Barry Switzer, this team didn't need to be coached.
You know, they haven't won a damn Super Bowl since I was 1 year old. So I have no sympathy for the Dallas Cowgirls.
Look, Tony Homo just needs to hang him up and retire and be done, okay?
Well,
And in fact, one of my friends said it best. One of my female friends said it best. I'd question any quarterback who'd date Jessica Simpson.
Not according to Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones believes, everybody, that he has his future quarterback in Tony Romo.
The scallywag.
Y'all better be lucky this is water.
Hey, let me ask you, didn't Nick Lachey have issues with Jessica's dad?
Who gives a shit?
Oh, look at the FU network. What's the difference between a baby and a Cowboys fan? Eventually
the baby starts crying. Look, even my little one had a limit to crying, and when she would crawl into my chest and fall asleep, I'd be fine. Unlike Tony Homo and the Dallas Cowgirls. Next one, Josh.
Yeah, next one.
Skippy Bayless said that Kyrie Irving would run circles around Isaiah Thomas on the court.
What? I'm leaving. All right, now I am leaving. I am leaving. I am leaving.
Wow.
Face palm.
I'm leaving. Bye. Nice seeing you.
I'm done. Walks away. Oh, come on.
Why are you trying to make me cuss?
Because we're not leaving sports show. We have to start off the show with a bang, man.
Which I'm going to wind up doing anyway. Why are you trying to make me cuss with this ridiculousness? Kyrie Irving barely has a left knee. I think it was his right knee. Let me get it right. He barely has a right knee to stand on. And he's going to run circles around Isaiah Thomas? Hell, Isaiah Thomas can roll up in a wheelchair, run 10 circles around Kyrie Irving, get back in a wheelchair, and roll away, giving him the finger in the process.
Because remember, Skip Bayless cherishes the Cleveland Cavaliers. He wants them to win, or Skip Bayless will be upset if the Cavs don't win, Frank and Snowman and Josh.
Well, they're going to be upset then for another year.
Well, Skip Bayless said that Chris Rock is the most overrated comedian he's seen since George Carlin.
Now you piss me off.
Now he's making no sense.
Like I said, I'm the messenger. It's not my opinion.
Now you piss me off. Chris Rock delivered a great monologue last night. George Carlin is George Carlin. Y'all know the history of George Carlin.
Yeah.
My simple question is, where does Skip Bayless fit in this equation?
That he's
there is no equation because he's not entertaining. He doesn't even have a competent thought.
Hasn't he ever heard baseball and football? That's the best George Carlin monologue of all time.
I'm going to play that routine, Frank. I'm going to play that routine tomorrow on my morning show.
Oh, please. Hey, think about me. Think about me.
I will play it tomorrow. I'll make sure I put it up in the replay. because tomorrow I'm going to lead off talking about elections, and I'm going to do it George Carlin style.
Guys, it's like Republicans and Democrats and all of that.
All right, here's a wrestling
listen.
quote.
Uh-oh.
You guys ready for a wrestling
Oh,
quote?
yeah, this is fun.
Bring it on.
That would
Bring it
really
on.
get fun.
All right. Skip Bayless said he wants to tombstone the Undertaker on top of the Hell in a Cell.
You know what? Skip Bayless won't live long. I can tell you that.
Hey, Skip, how about I throw you off the Hell in a Cell? Jackass.
Look at his face. Look at Snowman's face.
I have a feeling Skip Bayless won't live long. I can tell you that.
I can see Josh and Snowman just like, boy, I want to just shut you up, Skip Bayless.
Like I said, thank God this is full of water. Because if it were full of anything else, I'd be full George Carlin right
now. Skippy
Next
Bayless.
one.
Skippy Bayless said that Patrick Ewing does not deserve to be in the top 50 of the NBA.
I'm leaving. Bye.
You know what? If there was a guy from SWR that was here, he'd have a different view about that. Patrick Ewing, in my view, he saved the New York Knicks, Skip Bayless. David Busher got his man in the '85 NBA lottery. And even Snowman remembers that
Hey,
one.
these are the same facial expressions I saw for Snowman at the Exelon.
Okay.
All
Patrick
righty.
Ewing does not deserve to be in the top 50.
Correct.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way. I want to live.
Skip Bayless, you insignificant drop of ass. How dare you say Patrick Ewing does not belong in the top 50 when he can box you out all day? He has a great fadeaway jump shot that he hit off the left corner of the glass. He can actually teach you a few things about basketball. In fact, one of my first favorite players was Patrick Ewing when he was at Georgetown when he made an impact and he won a national championship. Is it sad that he never won a world championship? Sure, but he has one of the most impactful careers along with Robert Parrish, along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Will Chamberlain, George Mikan, and the great centers that actually play the game. The last great center, Shaquille O'Neal. Why did Shaquille O'Neal cry on set? Because his mentor was the one and only Patrick Ewing.
And I have to say this too. I have to say this too. Patrick Ewing is what saved the New York Knicks. And I'm telling you, the Knicks.
Yeah,
Yep.
they didn't have an identity before.
Yeah, the Knicks and the Bulls, the Knicks and the Pacers. He was a part of those big rivalries. The Knicks
Yes,
and the Heat.
indeed.
You know, he's what saved the NBA there, Skip Bayless. That is if you know anything about the NBA. I don't think you do. If you're living in LeBron.
Yeah, he has a
I
reasonable.
warned y'all about my facial expressions hearing this stuff.
Dude, I don't want to see. Dude, why do we have to go cameras? The facial expressions. Now I'm gonna have nightmares.
Next one,
Skippy
please.
has a seasonal residence in LeBron James' you-know-what section. The next
I
one.
think Skip Bayless has a seasonal residence in LeBron James's nutsack. All right,
That's
let's
what
go.
That's what I meant. Anyway, Skippy Bayless said that my New York Yankees will win the AL East Division over my
I know we're
Boston Red Sox, my Baltimore Orioles, my
Oh God, please don't.
and my Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
You know, first off, I have a confession to make.
Okay.
The Yankees are old. They're old. Who even knows if Sebastian's very good? The Yankees haven't done very well because they're old and banged up with injuries. You are so full of crap. The Yankees suck. I know it for a fact. They're not very good anymore. Not thinking that they're going to win. And since when did they go? Yeah, you're Yankees because, they got the most World Series championships. Big deal. That was a long time ago, idiot.
Hey, Sean, come closer to the computer so we can hear you.
All right, just big deal, Skip Bayless.
Y'all see what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, I do.
They're not going to win.
They're smoking green. He's smoking green.
Like I said, y'all see what I'm doing, right? That should answer. That should give you my comment on what I think about Skip Bayless. And by the way, Skip, you skipped a team in the Toronto Blue Jays, which may actually win the doggone division.
Yep. I did explode there, buddy. Yes, I did, because it's like the Yankees are not good. They suck. And I'm going to pretty much say this, too. When Joe Girardi gets fired, what are you going to say there, Skip Bayless, when the Yankees don't win, or he may not even make the playoffs this year? Answer me that one.
Skippy Bayless said that that Johnny Manziel at the end of his career is going to have a better QBR rating than Joe Montana.
There's one problem there. Johnny still has to play.
Wow.
Johnny Manziel will never play in the NFL again.
That's the 49er fan. Look how Lawrence is.
You know what? People are going to need help after this show.
Johnny Manziel, Frank. Yeah, Johnny Manziel's going through enough trouble
Johnny
already.
Manziel may be dead before it's all said and done.
All right, go ahead, Snowman.
Skip Bayless is going to be dead if I ever get a hold of him for making that ridiculous quote. That is the most blasphemous statement I have heard in the times that we have been friends and doing this show. How dare you put a has-been, a was-been, and a wannabe against a legend, a Hall of Famer, a four-time Super Bowl champion. A better QBR than Joe Montana, please. If Manziel ever got his act together and actually stayed on the field and actually learned how to be a quarterback, hell, he doesn't even know what a QBR is, let alone produce one.
What's next? Is Skip Bayless going to end up saying, Johnny Manziel is better than Jim McMahon?
Jim McMahon actually was productive.
Jim McMahon actually played the game.
Yes, he did.
Look at FU Network. Johnny knows his lines. He don't know shit about football, though. That's true.
Johnny Booze. How about that? Should we call him Johnny Boozer?
Oh, man. Play the clip.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. What is this? It's the clip.
Yes.
Quiet.
Oh, I'm trying to. How dare you say such a thing?
There's my producing end there, since I can't play through my equipment here.
We gotta get.
He shoots and scores.
Maybe Skip Bayless says that there's hope in Johnny Manziel. Maybe Manziel would go to the Bears or the Patriots or the 49ers. If he went to the Patriots, I'd barf. I'd be sick to my stomach if he went to the Patriots.
If he comes to the Bears, I'll stop watching football.
He's not coming. You don't have to worry about that. You do not have to worry about that, Josh.
Look at Snowman. If he went to the 49ers, I can just see his reaction now.
I would lose 100 pounds on sight.
Here's the Chicago Cubs quote.
Okay, I want to hear it.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Skippy Bayless said that my Chicago Cubs will lose in the World Series against my New York Yankees.
I'm going to the
Oh
Yankees.
my God!
What is it with the Yankees? Hey, you know what? The Cubs get to the World Series. That's an accomplishment enough. They've not been to the World Series in ages. Let's see, 70 years. Actually, it'll be 71 years heading into next year. What is it with the Yankees? Is Skip Bayless being paid? Trust me. What how much?
Skip.
How much, Skip? How much? I'll double it. I'll triple it.
You'll double it.
I'll triple it.
Snowman went for a walk. I don't see it. Hey, Skip, the Yankees suck. Quit kissing their ass, okay? Come on. For some reason, they are not going to be good this year. I even have my standings. I even have them picked, and it's not going to be a pretty result. The Cubs have a very, very good chance to win a World Series than the Yankees do. They're an old team, you Nimrod.
He is a Nimrod.
Frank, this is addressed to you. FU Network, he's a diehard Mets fan. He's my buddy. I do a show with him in the evening. Cubs didn't put up much of a fight against my Mets last.
He's right.
Just saying.
Hey, by the way, I got to zap him. You said my Mets, but he's right. You know what? There's the thing. The Cubs are just happy to have won that National League Divisional Series against the Cardinals.
Well, yeah, they wanted.
And you know what? They got past the Cardinals. I think it was just too much of a high. And you know what? When they played the Mets, they were just completely a team that didn't belong there.
Yeah, lack of a bullpen tends to lead to that.
Lack of a bullpen, lack of hitting. Everything went dead quiet. It was.
Yeah, when you only hit 169 as a team in a 4-game sweep, you got problems.
All right, here's the last quote for Skippy today. Skippy Bayless said that the fabulous Freebird should not be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Let me ask you, did Skippy Bayless believe he should win an Oscar too? Did he believe he should have won an Oscar last night as well?
This showman's reaction is priceless.
Back on me now.
It looks like he may be throwing up. That's why he has his back turned on us.
He's in utter disgust.
Blasphemy. That is blasphemy. How dare you say such a thing? Look at Snowman.
Hey, Skippy, it's sad that a guy like you has the platform to be on air on ESPN when I do my research and I study more about wrestling, and then you have the balls, the cojones to think that you, of all people, deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Hell, you don't even deserve to be on broadcast television right now.
Does he even deserve to be a part of this world?
You know what? He would say this. It's because I've got my assistants that does my research for me. Then I can come to the first take with all my facts.
Wait. So it doesn't mean you can't do any work?
He probably sits around and twiddles his and thinks about how LeBron needs to win every night. Look at Snowman's reaction.
This is the look after watching a bunch of Disney cartoons on a Saturday because Looney Tunes was not available.
Disney cartoons.
I love the Fabulous Freebirds.
Mm-hmm.
So do I.
I love the Freebirds, and the feud with the Von Erichs was legendary. Skip Bayless, do you even know what exists in a Hall of Fame? In the blue-blooded, what in the yellow-bellied, blue-blooded, red-coated hell gives you the idea to even utter or whisper such a blasphemous statement?
Well, first of all, shame on Skip Bayless for thinking he should be in a Hall of Fame. Where's the humility here?
Well, look what FU Network says. Every ESPN cast member doesn't do their own research. They are handed scripts to loosely follow. And then another one has been that way for years. I agree.
Well, I already figured that out since Disney bought them in 1984. All right?
And that's why
everything.
And that's why you need to tune into this show and ASN, Arena Sports Network.
Yes. Because we actually bring the truth.
Skip Bayless doesn't. He doesn't know what research is. He probably didn't know anything about that when he graduated from college, whatever school that was.
Y'all see this, right?
Yep.
The last half of this may as well be for the bullshit I've heard this morning.
Well, that's a wrap for today's Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. We'll have some more quotes for you tomorrow.
Woo-hoo!
I like this. I just want to say Stephen A. Smith has said his fair share of retardation. That's what FU Network says. Oh, he's cracking me up. That's great.
Oh, man.
And we'll be back more with this.
Oh, here's a wrestling update, by the way. Shane McMahon's back in WWE, and The Undertaker's back on Raw tonight, in case anybody wants.
Oh, I might have to check out
And they're
some
going to
of
hook
that.
up at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Wait, Taker and Shane?
Yes.
Dude, Taker will win easily.
And tomorrow we'll be back with. Tomorrow, everybody will be back with more of this.
Oh, by the way, we got a show announcement.
Show announcement.
Next Monday, I'm going to Raw at the Rosemont Horizon. They're doing a live Raw taping. That next day, next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Me and Frank Sprinkler are going to have a pro wrestling debate.
Oh, this ought to be fun. This ought to
Why
be
do I have a feeling I will want those 3 hours of my life back?
I cannot wait to hear
Why do
about
I get the feeling I'm going to be laughing for 3 hours?
I'm gonna want those 3 hours of my life back. You know what?
Why do I get the feeling I'm just going to be laughing uncontrollably?
Josh and Frank goes at it, and Sean and Snowman just sit back and laugh, and we can't even contain ourselves with our laughter.
I'm going to win again because I look at the bigger picture.
Hey, you know what?
Contain this laughter with the bash hour, for
Here's
God's
the thing.
sakes.
We got the Snowman, we got Sean, we got people in the chat room. Hey, you know what? We got more people to vote on this debate.
We got
I'm
the
not voting. I'm going to be too busy laughing.
the FU Network who's already here, and he's going to get a big laugh out of this whole wrestling debate. Get ready for it next week, there, buddy.
All I can say
You know
is I
what?
miss
The-
hardcore.
You know what? Props to the FU Network for helping us out today and being in the chat room with us. I mean,
I told them about our show, and of course, I do a show with them on Tuesday evenings and Friday. Although we do
I love the name of the network. See, this is the name of the network is something George Carlin would be proud of.
No, I don't think Skip Bayless would appreciate it because he wouldn't find it very professional-like.
Because everybody says that phrase to him.
Guys, let's get to this is a big segment I wanted to do today because I knew it was going to take some time. So, Sean, please open up a Word document, if you will.
Okay.
Word document.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
time to get into our 2016 MLB projections. Now, we'll go more in depth about the teams as this week goes by, but today is just revealing the standings for each team. We don't have enough time for long monologues and soliloquies.
Yeah, right.
We got a
Not
lot
yet.
of ground to cover. Pardon the pun. Yeah.
All right, so Word document. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do it like the same way we did at the other show, Sean.
All right, hopefully I can. I got my little list right here.
All right.
Just a moment.
All right.
Should we start with the AL East there, Josh? It's up to you.
You know what? Yes, I'll let you reveal the teams, and we'll go from myself all the way to Frank. Okay, in that order.
Okay.
That sounds
All right, so here are my AL East projections from Sean Mann, the Bowling Master Man. Bowling Master, because I got bowling coming up Wednesday night.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Is it Thursday already?
Gutterball Master. That's
Hey,
what
I
you
had like 7 gutter gloves last week. It was rough.
Yeah.
Only
Rough day
7.
job, man. What else is due?
Hey, I
Only 7.
I didn't pick up my spares when I had to because Frank pressured me.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
all
why-
Adam done when he has 4 strikeouts.
Hey, where's the Charles Barkley? Where's the Barkley soundbite? Terrible. Why would you hear terrible?
I'll have that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
That terrible. All right. AL East. There we go.
That's terrible.
I am going to start with my favorite team, the Boston Red Sox.
Of course. Wouldn't want it any other way, would you?
162 will be the Red Sox record.
What are you smoking?
Hey,
What are you drinking?
Hey,
What are you smoking and drinking?
Hey, I've been having some hot chocolate or root beer floats. They've been helping me out here.
With some
The
drug
Blue,
in it.
the Blue Jays, they will be 88 and 74. The Orioles will be 86 and 76. The Yankees will be 82 and 80. And the Rays will finish at 78 and 84. That's my prediction from AL East.
So wait, what did you say about the Red Sox? How many wins are the Red Sox going to have, Sean?
I said that the Red Sox will have 162 losses.
162 losses? You just said the Red Sox are going to have 162 losses.
162. They get 100 wins and 62 losses and win the AL East. Absolutely.
Dude, be realistic.
All right, Frank, you want to go next on the AL East? What's your standing?
My standing? Hold on. They're going to be the Red Sox. Look, I think the Red Sox are going to be an improved ball club, no question about it. But I don't think they're going to win 162 games. Look, I got to go with the team that's going to have the big bats. I got to go with the Toronto Blue Jays. I think they're going to be the first place team. In second place, I think it's going to be the Boston Red Sox. I'll tell you what, Sean, I'll make your day. I think the Boston Red Sox will be one of the wild card winners when it's all said and done. Third place, I'm going Baltimore. Fourth place, I'm going the Yankees. Fifth place, I'm going Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I'm sorry.
First, okay, so you got the Blue Jays first, you got the Red Sox second, and third, buddy. Frank, you think? Third.
I don't know. All I'm hearing is music in the background.
Uh-oh. That's my fault.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I'm hearing a lot of music in the music.
All right, so you got the Blue Jays coming in first there, Frank, and you got the Red Sox second.
Yeah, I got the Red Sox at second, and then I'm in the third place team is going to be the Baltimore Orioles. Although Baltimore, they may surprise a lot of people this year. They did re-sign a lot of their key ingredients. I'll take Baltimore being in third. Fourth place, I'll take the Yankees, and then fifth place, I'll take the Tampa Bay Rays. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time hearing with all. I'm hearing music in the background.
All right, so you're taking the Yankees at fourth and the Rays at fifth, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Snowman is up.
Oh, hell. Hold on a minute.
Sure, bud, no problem. It's gonna be great.
And, okay. AL East is what we're talking about, right?
Yep.
And I will give only the win totals for the teams, but mark them down in this order. And Sean, you ain't gonna like it, but this is how I see it. This is gonna be a hell of a two-team race between Boston.
Here's what you think.
It'll be a two-team race between Boston and Toronto. Advantage Blue Jays. They'll win 101. Boston will win 99. Tampa Bay will win 90. No, change that. I read it wrong. 101 for Toronto, 99 for Boston, 90 for Baltimore. They're destined to make a comeback. And New York and Tampa will each finish with 82 wins.
Yankees suck. Suck on that, Skip. Okay. All right. I like that. There you go. Because I suck. Yankees won't be very good.
And thank you to the FU Network for my Barkley impression.
Okay. Now we go to the O's.
Wait a minute. Josh didn't make his predictions.
Yeah, I'm going right to Josh right now there, bud.
Okay.
All right. Let's go bottom to top, shall we, Sean?
Oh, great. Here we go. Here it comes.
I love this.
Tampa Bay, 72 and 90. All right.
Damn.
Okay.
Ooh, damn.
Number 4, Baltimore Orioles, 76 and 86.
76. Damn.
Hey, that's going to be a boring division to watch then.
All right. Boston Red Sox, 83,
And 79.
83 and 79.
That's bullshit.
That's his opinion, dude. Hey, here's what you think.
That's
It's his
bullshit. I cannot believe you said that.
All right. New York Yankees, 87 and 75. And then the Toronto Blue Jays, 96 and 66.
Oh,
No,
that is
96 and, what was it, 56?
90,
I think you said 96.
96 and 66.
Okay.
that's bullshit. I'm looking at this. I'm like, the Red Sox are third.
Dude, what you call
Pablo Sandoval.
Dude, shut up for a moment. When you call bullshit, that's his opinion. Accept it.
It still is bullshit.
Hey, it's not my fault that the Red Sox have 2 Mo Vaughns on their lineup.
They got Panda. They got Pablo Sandoval.
They look like Mo Vaughn.
That's bullshit.
Dude, I gotta tell you what, the Panda may need to look at eating more at Subway and less at KFC.
I wonder who's more lazier, Pablo Sandoval or CC Sabathia.
Pablo Sandoval.
It's a tie. It's a
I'm gonna say
tie.
Sandoval.
Oh, that's bullshit.
You think Sean's a little pissed off here?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
You guys are making fun of the Panda. Okay, he was having fun on Instagram. Come on. It was a mistake.
He was supposed to be working. What are you smoking? The guy's supposed to be working. There's no excuse for that, dude.
He has Panda Express at his house.
Wow.
Days.
He probably lives next to one.
Thanks a whole bunch with that.
Oh, man.
You know what? I bet you the staff at Panda Express just say, "Hey, Pablo, why don't you come behind the counter? You can eat whatever you want."
Hey,
And he
careful.
probably did.
Hey, careful. I got a Panda jersey. I got a Panda t-shirt. I'm happy with that Panda t-shirt.
Okay, Randall Simon. That's what he looks like right now. Yeah, that's going back to the Wayback Machine.
Fernando Valenzuela. How about that?
Yeah, but Fernando Valenzuela actually could pitch. Pablo Sandoval hasn't done a lick at third base since he went to Boston.
He's got 3 championships, everybody. He won 3 championships with the Giants. You can't take
Yeah,
that
there's the
away
point.
from him.
There is the point. He won 3 championships in San Francisco.
Yeah, but he went
All
to the Red Sox. And
Okay, enough of your crying, man.
Yeah, dude, really.
All right, moving to the AL Central. Josh,
I'm going.
you want to go first, Snowman? Okay.
I'm going first.
Go ahead, bud.
AL Central champs will be the Chicago White Sox with 95 wins. AL Central wildcard will be the Kansas City Royals with 93 wins. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, I did not say the Cavaliers. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Got it full.
The Cleveland Indians will finish with 82 wins. The Detroit Tigers will finish with 75 wins. And the Minnesota Twinkies will finish with 65 wins.
Twinkies.
The Minnesota Twinkies. We're going to win, Twins. We're going to score. That's their fun.
Stop.
Much. Minnesota's an attractive
Look at
place.
the FU Network. He's on the floor just crying probably. Oh, Cavaliers.
I'm sorry. It's how we began our show today, and it's stuck in my head.
Yeah, somebody please give him the benefit of the doubt.
It's all good.
Now we
Yeah,
go
life's
to
good.
Josh Lopez and the AL Central. Josh, here you go, bud. What do you think?
Hey, this is a shout out to Snowman and all the great White Sox fans out there.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with the same record the White Sox had when they won in 05. That's right, 99 and 63.
99. There you go.
That was
I love
also the
it.
same
I love it.
That was
You know
also.
what?
That's a nice ring, dude.
Great
Nice
play.
ring.
That's good.
Oh, even better.
That's a nice.
You know what? I still remember that when they swept the Red Sox. I was pissed off after that. Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah, because we beat your ass.
All right, the next one, Sean. You ready, bud?
All right, 99-63 White Sox.
Okay.
Yep.
Kansas City Royals 91 and 71. Okay,
What?
That's gonna be a
Everybody's
race.
going against the defending
It's gonna be a
champions.
hell of a race.
I have to be fair.
I agree.
I have to be fair.
It's
How
gonna
do you
be.
do?
It's gonna be a hell of a race. All right, I will say
All right.
that it's gonna be a hell of a race.
Minnesota Twins 85 and 77.
Why do you have the Twinkies winning 85 games?
Because the Tigers are overrated. That's why. I
All
need
right, I'll give you
somebody.
that. I'll give you that.
Josh, you got the Twins at 85 and 77, third place, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry to the Mann family, by the way. I know they're big Twins fans.
No, they don't mind. When the Red Sox play the Twins, I always kick their ass anyway when they win.
All right.
The Twins swept them last year. That pissed me off.
Cleveland Indians, Sean, 83 and 79.
What are you going to be? You're saying Chief Wahoo's trying to be 83 and 79?
Listen,
But that's
I'll tell you what, Josh.
Minnesota. That's the Indians.
I'll tell you what, Josh. They got a pretty good AL Central this year.
And then finally, the Detroit Tigers, 73 and 89.
They'll be looking for a new manager in 2017.
If not halfway through 2016.
73
All right.
89. Yep.
Now we move to Frank Sprankle, that big guy from Blue Bumblebee, Indiana, who wears Bumblebee outfits.
All right, listen. I'm impressed with you. Listen, if Robin Ventura's managing in September, listen, if Robin Ventura's managing in September, that means the White Sox are in some serious contention. Because if not, then guess what? Robin Ventura is going to be gone. This team has a lot of talent. They made a lot of great transitions during the offseason. I got to say this. I think the White Sox are going to overtake the Royals in terms of tops in that division. So I'll take the White Sox as I'm not big in the records at this point. So I'm going to take the White Sox as the number one team. They'll win the division with the Kansas City Royals, like you, Josh, a close second. The third place team in that division, I'm going to go with the Cleveland Indians. Fourth place, the Detroit Tigers. Fifth place, the Minnesota Twins. I have a feeling that it's going to be a three-team race, but in the end, the White Sox are going to win that division.
Who was your fourth again, Frank? You got the Twins at fourth or something? Or
No, I took the Tigers at fourth. I took
Tigers
the
at
Detroit
fourth.
Tigers at fourth.
Boy, nobody's really giving the Twins much props these days. Good grief.
Yeah, I think the Tigers and the Twins
It's
are
not
going
the
to be.
two prop.
My American League Central, the Kansas City Royals will win the American League Central with 97 wins and 65 losses.
It's a boatload of wins.
Okay, Alex Trebek, what's next?
The Chicago White Sox will go 87 and 75.
Bullshit.
Dude, I don't think Alex Trebek is this fired up. I've heard Alex Trebek is pretty monotone.
In
Compared to us.
third place, to the Mann family listening out there, the Twins will be 79 and 83. I mean, you know,
It's the Twins.
we're gonna win. Twins, we're gonna score. Number.
We're going to go to Target, too. We're going to go to Target after the game.
Look at FU Network.
Target?
Have as
No
much
walk.
chance as
Target Field, Frank.
Oh, Target Field. Oh, yeah, Target Field. The place where they should have built a retractable roof.
The Indians will go 73 and 89. Chief Wahoo's tribe has got some work to do, folks.
Next.
And lastly, up in the Motor City, the Tigers, you're going to go 66 and 96.
Oh.
Boy, according to Sean Mann, the Tigers are going to be looking for a new manager sooner than we think.
Well, don't
I already
say.
said it. Halfway through the season, the Tigers.
I know, you said it halfway through the season.
Hey, do not remind Tiger fans of what happened in 03 when they had like 120 or 121 losses.
Or 2004 or 2005, for that matter.
I remember that. Yep.
The Tigers are going to have as much problems as Steve Dombrowski in Boston.
Hey, don't you talk about Dave Dombrowski.
He hasn't done anything in 20 years.
I like Dave Dombrowski.
And with all of our predictions, we see the same thing. Cleveland is going to be right where they need to be, mediocre.
Mediocre.
That's what we see.
Oh my
What's
God.
our next division?
All right, hold on just a minute.
Would that be AL West?
I think the AL West is next. Hold on, I gotta write this down. Okay.
This one should be interesting. I got
Oh,
both
y'all
predictions.
are not gonna like my prediction. Y'all are not gonna like my prediction to win the AL West.
I'm still laughing at FU Network. The Twins have as much chance as the Towers
I was not falling. You think we're having fun here, folks?
I'm just sitting there laughing as I'm writing down the AL West. Okay, Houston. All right, hold on.
Oops. Did you give yourself away, Sean?
Did I give myself away? No, quit this. I got to write these teams down for the AL West.
I'm saying you gave yourself away there, Sean.
Yeah.
Can you read your handwriting?
Hey, you know what? Quit messing with the guy who cheers for Panda and a guy that's the bowling
Panda
master
Express.
every
Here for
Wednesday
Panda
night.
Express.
Oh,
John, do you
I'm not
have
eating
to use
Panda
gutter
Express
bumpers when you bowl, man?
you know,
Gutter bumpers.
cut that out! I heard that. I resent that comment.
Dude, Sean, you were really fired up today. I'm excited to be here, but Jesus Christ.
Hey, we had to bring it, man. It's the first episode.
Yeah, I had to bring
We
it.
have to set the standard.
Had to bring it. What the hell's the matter with you, Blue Bumblebee outfit, man? You gonna
What the hell's the matter with you, jabroni?
Know your roles and shut your mouths, please.
I do know my role. My role is I'm pretty much calm, cool, and collective.
You're the big winner.
Until
You've
now.
been monotone. What
Until
the hell?
now. Until now.
FU Network, I just saw that comment. Chicken and beer have turned the Panda Express game. Oh my God!
Sean,
Wow.
how much vodka have you been drinking? Jeez Louise. Wait, my goodness, do you put vodka in 5-hour energy drink? If that's the case, I don't want to be anywhere near you.
You know what?
No, but I know a friend that did.
There is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of wine to relax me during the days, there, buddy.
Wine?
Fuck
Oh, my
wine,
goodness.
get the beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could go for some chicken and beer.
Yeah.
Fair.
Budweiser, you
Chicken and
taste so
beer.
good.
Oh,
Chicken
come
and
on.
beer.
Shut
Chicken
up.
bar.
Cut it out. Cut it
Chicken
out.
and beer. We need to send Sean. Since Sean lives all the way out on fuck Idaho, we need to send him some chicken and beer.
Hey Sean, are you like Peyton Manning? Do you drink a whole horde of Budweiser?
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Hey, I'll get some Harold Washington. My bad. Harold's Chicken Shack right there on State Street on Wabash. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I remember. Did you say Harold Washington, the late mayor of
Oh, Harold's
Chicago?
Chicken Shack. My bad.
Harold's chicken is what was being referenced.
Yeah, he said Harold Washington. Who was
Yeah, I know.
the
I messed up.
I remember when he died in office.
Oh my God! I just cannot believe what I'm hearing here. And now even FU Network's having fun with this too. Okay, now we get to the American League West. Let's start with me first. I'll get this knocked out. The Houston
Chicken and
Astros.
beer.
The Houston.
The
Houston Astros will go 87-75. The Angels
Okay.
will go 82-80. Actually, Texas goes 92-70. Houston.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm going to take I'm taking Texas to win the American League West.
You taking Texas?
Look what the Rangers did last year. They got to the playoffs, for cripe's sake. Come on.
Look what the Astros did last year. They eliminated the Skankies out of the playoffs.
That was sweet.
That stupid wild card
sweet.
game.
That was
that playing game.
Yeah.
Wait, that's awesome.
Frank, you
I
think
hate
it's a playing game. What's the matter with you? Yeah, playing game.
Hey, you know what? If it wasn't for the playing game, the Cubs would have not even been in the postseason.
All right,
You
Rangers.
shouldn't have been in the postseason in the first place. Next question.
Anyway, the Rangers will be 92-70. The Astros will be 87-75. The Angels will go to 82-80 because I think Mike Scioscia's time is going to be coming to a close after this season. Good manager, but he hasn't done much since.
Tick, 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 tick.
The Oakland Athletics will be 77-85, and the Seattle Mariners will finish up 69-93. Sorry to all you people out here in the Pacific Northwest, but that's how I view it.
Actually, kind of agree. I actually kind of agree with Sean.
Let's
All right, I'll go.
move to the
I'll go.
man on the AL West.
Let it snow,
The
Brian.
AL
Let it
West.
snow.
The AL West lines up this way in old Snowman's world. I'm picking a surprise in the Houston Astros to win the AL West. They'll finish with 93. They'll finish with 94 wins. Beg your pardon.
Okay.
Texas will finish with 90, and everybody else will finish winless. No, I'm kidding. The Angels will finish with 83 wins. Seattle will finish with 75 wins, and Oakland will finish with 60 wins.
And what about the Oakland A's? You know, the A's have had some years that they've even tried to win.
When are they getting a new ballpark?
Network Associates
Yeah.
Coliseum.
When are they blowing up? When are they blowing up the Coliseum?
All right, Josh Lopez, the floor is yours. AL West.
Yeah, they need to get rid of Billy Bean, by the way. He's not doing them any favors. Anyway, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim to win the division, 91-71. I'm also going to go with the Astros finishing in second at 90-72. Mariners, they'll be in the bottom division. I got them at 55 wins. So that's going to be 55 and 170, 117, I think it is.
I have to say this, Josh. If you were up here in the Pacific Northwest and they heard you say
He'd be
that,
dead.
they would kick your ass and they'd send you back to Chicago.
Bring it on, bitches. Bring
I'll
it
tell you
on.
what, I wouldn't want to mess
do
with
the
Josh.
same to
I'm
me.
being serious. Josh is one tough SOB. I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Okay, so what are the A's and the Rangers going to be there, Josh?
I said the
162.
A's will be 60 and 102, and then the Rangers will be 74 and 88.
74. Wow! I cannot believe what I'm hearing. That everybody's picking against the Rangers for crying out loud.
Because the Houston Astros kicked their asses.
Yes, they got a lot of young talent.
Now we go to that guy who loves wearing his blue Bumblebee outfit, Frank Sprinkle.
Hey, Frank, I gotta say, it's nice seeing you on FX on the OJ show, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I got a question. Hey, Josh, I have a question. Can we talk about that show this week? Seriously.
Yes, we could.
Yeah, we got to
Yes,
talk. Let's talk about it on Thursday because I know we're doing a show. We don't have a show on Wednesday. Let's talk about it on Thursday in addition to the bowl.
Yeah. Well,
All right,
because
all right.
I wanted to talk about because the whole trial thing was going on when I was like a baby. So
Dude,
I'm
I
very-
remember when it happened. Dude, I can tell you where I was when the verdict came down in the case. I'll tell you about that later, though.
Okay.
All right.
I was having
Here's
chicken
my-
and bear. I don't care what y'all are doing.
Let me ask you guys this before we move on. Listen, we'll get back to business, but have you guys seen like Josh and I? We've seen all 4 episodes at this point. Have you guys seen the FX, the crime of the century, the People versus O.J. Simpson? Have you guys seen it?
No, because I watched it live during the NBA Finals in 1994.
Yeah, but you think. By the way, Cuba Gooding Jr. does not look like O.J.
And he never will look like OJ, and thank
He
God
does
for
not
that.
look like O.J. They messed that up. They messed that up.
You're surprised? You're surprised?
All right, here's who I got for the AL West. You know what? Sometimes, gentlemen, I still find it hard to believe the Houston Astros are in the American League because I grew up with the Astros in the National League. I saw them play at Wrigley quite a bit growing up when the Astros would come in as a National League opponent.
Mhm.
Not to
With
mention, I
those
went to the
colorful uniforms.
with those colorful. Yeah, I saw those in person. Snowman, I actually did in a game in '89. All right, here's who I have. I got the Houston Astros with a lot of their young talent, very convincing. I have them finishing first, close second, and third, respectively. I have the Los Angeles Angels finishing at second, the Astros at the Texas Rangers at third, and then the mediocre teams, Seattle at fourth place, Oakland in fifth place. Seattle and Oakland are going to have some pretty bad records.
Oh boy, it's not very pleasant for people up here in the Pacific Northwest. I won't like what they're hearing. But
What are they going to do? Are they going to kill me? What are they going to do? Are they going to come here and kill me?
no, they'll just dress you in Seattle Mariners gear.
They won't.
They're-
Okay, how can you be a fan of a team And look, much love to Dave Sims, who's the television voice of the Seattle Mariners. I love him dearly, and I had a chance to talk to him. But how can you, and I'm joking as I say this, how can you be a fan of a team whose mascot is a doggone moose?
I like the moose. What are you talking about? I love the moose. That's a pretty cool mascot.
Oh, Frank. Okay, now I realize something, that Frank likes to wear the blue bumblebee outfits, and he likes to wear a moose.
A moose. Yes. Dude, what is your Sean?
The only moose I liked was named Darryl Johnston, okay, because he actually played a sport and actually was good at it.
Well, he's a terrible color analyst on Fox. I give flying fig dude about
What
the moose.
is with you and
like I said-
Josh?
He's annoying, man. He makes me want to fall asleep every time I have to hear him in Kenny Albert.
Well, Joe Buck is annoying. Next question.
Next,
Joe Buck's a bad.
next
Dude,
division,
I have a question. Who dresses Joe Buck? He looks terrible. It is play.
He looks like Tom Petty.
Dude, Tom Petty. Dude, you just insulted Tom Petty. Tom Petty actually is a pretty darn good artist. One of my favorites of artists.
Don't insult Tom Petty.
He's one of my favorite. He's one of the reasons why I play guitar.
Oh, cool. All right. You're cool, man.
Okay.
Moving. All right, FU Network, this is just for you, buddy. We're moving to the National League East.
The worst division in baseball. The worst division in baseball. Go ahead.
Why is it the worst division in baseball? The Mets
They got the most boring ass teams in there, and they all suck. Besides the Mets.
All right, so we move to the National League East. Since it sucks so much, let's go to the guy who thinks it really sucks the most, Josh Lopez on the National League East.
I think I know how this prediction's going to go.
I'm going to go with the New York Mets 97 and 65.
Whoa.
Okay. I got them winning the division.
97 wins. A little. Wow.
They got a good pitching staff. I
You also got a
to
pretty
say that.
darn good manager in Terry Collins, too.
Terry's
Yes.
a good manager. I agree with
Not too bad. I'll go with the Nationals next. They'll be 88 and 74.
They're going to finish second, so the Nationals will be second.
Okay. Braves third, 82 and 80.
Oh.
They're moving out of Atlanta.
That's odd. That's stupid.
Okay.
Who else is in that division? By the way?
Philadelphia and Miami.
There's
Okay.
That explains why he didn't know who else was in the division.
That's all right. He's right. It's a weak division.
Miami 71 and 91. Okay.
Well, that's Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly's the first-year manager of the Miami Marlins.
Well, big deal. He was manager at the Dodgers. He didn't do crap either. Next, and Philadelphia 68 wins.
68-94. Okay.
Okay. I'm going next on the NL East.
Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
All right.
This is
I'm
going to be
sorry,
interesting.
I'm sorry, Washington Nationals, but after you blew a lead to the New York Mets in a 4-game series, you deserve to be in any other place but first. Even the New York Mets with 98 wins, the Washington Nationals with 89 wins, the Atlanta Braves with 83 wins, the Miami Fish with 44 wins, and the Philadelphia Phillies with 42 wins.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get this down for what you got there. Okay, so the Mets
And
will be
yes, I said 40 for Miami and Philadelphia.
So you got the Mets at first, the Nationals at second,
Yep.
the M&Ms are going to be what? The M&Ms are going
Braves.
to be
My NL East, Mets, Nats, Braves, Fish, Bills.
fourth, and then Phillies. Okay. Now we move to me before we get to Frank. The National League East. The New York Mets. The Mets will be first place. They'll go 93 and 69. 93, 69. The Nationals will be 89 and 73.
Okay.
The Braves, they'll be 74 and 88. And let's see, the Phillies will be 73 and 89. And the M&Ms will be 70 and 92. Got to cut them a little slack. They're not going to be very good this year. So,
They haven't been good since 2003.
and I think Frank and Josh and Snowman remember when the Marlins won in 03. They came back from 3-1 down to beat the Cubs. Go ahead,
And I was
Frank.
laughing my
I have no
ass off.
I didn't care.
Wait a minute. You got a Cubs fan right there.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
was
also a realist.
laughing my ass. I was laughing my ass off.
You know what? I got to tell you, after that second game in New York in the NLCS, I knew the Cubs were going to get swept. I called it. I called it. I was the way I have witnesses that say that I knew the Cubs were going to get swept after game 2.
Frank, you don't need to say that you're a realist. If people believe what you say, then just say it. You don't have to say,
yeah,
but
listen to
Okay.
Sean Kiss is the behind of every Boston team there is.
Hey, watch what you say.
Wait a minute. No, he does not kiss the behind of every Boston team. Given where he is right now, he kisses the behind of every Idaho team. Let's get it right.
He has no other choice. He has no other choice. He's in Bumblebee, USA. Of course he's going to root for the Boston sports team.
Absolutely.
There's nothing else to cheer in Idaho.
Absolutely.
Besides the women.
Oh!
Whoa.
Wow. I cannot believe what I just heard.
You know what? I have a feeling if Sean wasn't part of the show, it was
Bing.
bada beam, bada boom. All right. Let me take. All right, here's my picks for the NL.
Oh my God! Did you see Shadow?
All right, let me get my picks at long last. I got to take the New York Mets. I tell you, I got a lot of respect for this ball club, and the key is they also re-signed Yoenis Cespedes. So you've got this good Mets lineup back. Their pitching was outstanding last year. That's going to be interesting to see what the Mets are going to do, but I got to take them as being the first place team. Second, you know what? The Nationals were a disappointment. I actually predicted the fact that they were going to be in the World Series last year. Little did we know about the turmoil. I think it'll be a bounce back year. Washington will finish second. And as far as third place goes, I'm almost going to go with what Josh here is saying. I'm going to take the Atlanta Braves in third. And then for fourth, you know what? I'll take the Philadelphia Phillies, though. I think the Phillies will finish ahead of the Miami Marlins, and the Miami Marlins will finish in last, but I think the future looks pretty good with Don Manley as manager.
I don't think so.
What do you mean?
That logo, oh, yeah. That logo's the worst. I agree. That logo is the worst in baseball.
What do you mean call it Shadow FU Network?
Dude.
You said that. Wow.
Okay.
Right, next division.
Next division, please.
All right, the next division we're going to get to will be the National League Central Division. This ought to be
I want to go first.
Oh my gosh, you want to go first? Okay,
yes.
Hold on. This ought to be really good to hear what Snowman is going to predict here for the National League East Division. National League Central Division. And everybody's probably going to.
The National League Central for me lines up this way. The National League Central Division winner will be the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they will win 95 games in the process.
95 games.
Actually, let me change that right now.
Go ahead.
I still say the Pittsburgh Pirates win the National League Central, and I believe they're going to win this one going away with 98 wins.
98.
98. That's the target.
Convincing, Brian. Very convincing.
St. Louis will finish second. They'll win 92. In third will be the Milwaukee Brewers. They'll win 82. The Chicago Cubs will finish fourth. They'll win 79.
Wow.
And the Cincinnati Reds will finish last with 61.
Wow.
Well, let me say this, everybody. Ryan Snowman has got the Pirates being first, Cardinals second, Brewers third, Cubs fourth, and the Reds fifth.
Oh, man.
Wow, I could just see Frank's reaction just sitting there saying,
wow.
You realize Frank is going to douse me with beer when we hook up on
freedom of speech is accepted. Freedom of speech is always accepted.
Then what do you call what Skip Bayless does? That's not freedom of speech. That's freedom of stupidity.
Skip Bayless, that's just pure insanity. That's just pure insanity.
Brain taking shit.
Agreed.
Brain taking.
Yeah, he's just.
Let Josh go.
I'm gonna go last.
I want to hear what Josh has to say about the NL Central.
Oh, all right, let's do it. I'll go with I'm gonna go with the Berg. I'm gonna give a shout out to West, by the way. I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Pirates, 162 to win the division. I'm gonna go with the Chicago Cubs to finish in second with 90 wins. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals at 86 wins. I'll go with the Milwaukee Brewers with 80 wins, and then Cincinnati will round it out with 72 wins.
At least Josh should mess up where I did with Cleveland and send them Milwaukee.
Josh, did you say that the Reds will go 72 and 90?
Yes, sir.
Oh boy. Well, you know what? That's Kenny C's favorite team. Kenny C's a Reds fan.
I'm sorry, Kenny C.
National League Central. Sean's picks. Oh, by the way, FU Network said Pittsburgh. He's in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Me.
Everybody said, yep.
All right, my turn. Wait, all right. Here's my. Listen.
No. I'm going. You're going
Let
last.
Sean-
Right. I forgot Sean didn't go. I forgot he didn't go.
All right. For the National League Central Division winner, it will be the Chicago Cubs, who will go 98 and 64. Whoa. Second place will be the Pittsburgh
Why
Pirates.
in the blue hell are you picking them to win the division?
The Cubs have got a lot of depth. There's a lot of people that believe in them this year. Maybe they'll win the World Series. They haven't won it in 100
Don't
years.
you
got a
ever
good team.
utter
Just
such a
because you got something on paper doesn't mean it's fact.
Thank you.
And they
Just
got
something on paper doesn't mean it's fact.
And Frank, they got Joe Madden as the manager. They got Joe Madden there as Cubs
All right, I'll
manager.
say this about Joe Madden, though. Joe Madden has not won a World Series.
Correct.
But he turns teams around, though. Look what he did in Tampa Bay.
Yes,
That's
they only went to one World Series. They didn't win. I mean, think about it. Dusty Baker comes in 2003, and he was coined the Messiah, and he didn't win a World Series.
Joe Madden did win the World Series with the Angels, but he was an assistant.
He was an assistant there.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Listen. The Cubs do have the talent. Listen, I am a Cub fan, and they should win the division. Although I'm going to give you guys some years here: 1985, 1990, 2004. What do they all have in common?
They didn't win the division.
After a year, or make the playoffs for that matter.
Yep.
In 2004, well, 2004, of course, that was in the modern era of the three divisions. So I'll be honest, there is some concern there, but the Cubs should hopefully aren't this bad. Look, I'll take the Cubs. I don't think they'll win 97 games. I don't think they'll win 100 games like people are saying. I think they'll win maybe 95 games, but I'll take the Cubs. Second place. Second.
I haven't even finished my pitch yet. Hold on, you.
Well, then hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up. I got to get something to eat here.
Okay, the Pirates will finish in second place with 95 and 67. Sorry, Wes. They'll probably play that stupid one-game play-in game that the Bumblebee man enjoys.
Right.
Next, third place is the Cardinals. The Cardinals will go 93 and 69, Josh. Yeah, for those Cardinals that you can't stand every year. And the Cincinnati Reds will go 77 and 85, and the Brewers will go 61 and 101.
Ooh,
There you finish.
All right, Frank, it's yours.
Yeah, I got to go buy a new camera.
You have the Cubs at first.
Yeah, I got to go buy a new camera now. And that's what I'm going to do after the show's done. All right, here's who I have. I have the Cubs. Yes, I do have the Cubs as the first place team. Second place, the Pittsburgh Pirates. The third place, the St. Louis Cardinals still have enough in the tank to make it, I think, an interesting division. Fourth place, the Milwaukee Brewers. Sorry, Pete. Sorry, Dusty. Cincinnati Reds, fifth place.
Wow, you're picking the Reds to be a last place team this year.
Yes, I am.
Are we
Why
on
is
the
everybody going against the Reds?
Because it's the Reds.
Yeah, there's one Reds fan that we have to think of, Kenny C.
No, we don't.
Remember, Kenny's a Reds.
Even
Yeah.
Kenny C knows better.
Yes, exactly.
Even Tom Waddle knows better.
Thank you. All right.
Hold on. All right, the next division and the last one is the National League West. And with it being an even year, we always know the Giants won in 2010, 2012, 2014. Could this be the year that the Giants win it again on another even year in 2016?
Maybe.
Hard to say. Let's go with Frank, the Blue Bumblebee man.
Shut up. I'm just kidding. You know what? I'm just kidding. You know what, Sean? You're such. All right, here's who I have finishing in first place. You know what? I don't have the Dodgers. You know what? I think I'm gonna take an upset here. I think the Arizona Diamondbacks are gonna finish first.
Well, you know,
I think the Arizona Diamondbacks, they're a team on the rise. Not to mention they added to their pitching staff immensely. That was impressive right there.
Well, how much of a blow is it to Dodger fans that Zach Greinke went from the Dodgers to the Diamondbacks?
Second place, I got the San Francisco Giants. Third place, I got the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Okay.
Yes,
Next.
indeed. Fourth place, no, I'll tell you what, San Diego finishes in fourth. Fifth place, I got the Colorado Rockies. But you know what? I think the shocker in terms of a team winning the division this year will be the Arizona Diamondbacks.
I knew it.
All right,
I know. I still get out of football mode.
I'll give my NL West predictions. All right. The Dodgers, they will win the division. They'll go 94-68.
No, they won't.
Hey, they got a new manager. They got Dave Roberts.
Who gives a fuck?
Is he going to be manager of the year? Is he going to be manager of the year?
No.
Well, maybe. He's a rookie manager. It's his first year. The Dodgers still got Adrian Gonzalez and Carl Crawford and Punto and those guys have tried to win. Number 2, the Arizona Diamondbacks will finish a second at 93-69.
Bullshit.
Number 3, the San Francisco Giants will not win on their even year. They'll go 81-81. The Padres will go 71-91.
Okay.
And the Rockies will go 60-102.
You know, if I'm the big win, Sean, you ought to be considered the big insanity.
No, that would be me. That would be me with the looks I've had on my face this morning.
No, I've seen your looks, no, man, but at least you can keep your composure, dude.
No, I can't.
We move
All
on
right.
to the guy.
Have you ever been to the Exxon files? You'll see this man lose his composure.
Yeah.
Over to Josh Lopez for the National League West Division. What does he think?
I'm going to go with the San Francisco Giants to win with 95 wins to win the division.
Oh, bullshit! That's bullshit! I don't even have the Giants winning the NL West.
Hey,
no.
just like when I hear people complain about wrestling, I'll say this to you. It's subjective. That's all I have to say. It's subjective. The next one here we have is the Diamondbacks winning with 89 wins.
Subjective,
Dodgers.
he says.
Yeah,
Subjective, he says. Here's something subjective. A mutual hater of Josh and I actually getting a woman and actually settling down, which we know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, me too. Me3 as well.
Actually, Frank, you have a better chance of getting a woman than this hater Josh and I have had to deal with for 3 years.
Why is that? Wait, let me ask you, why is that?
Because he's a piece of shit. And I'll
Oh,
leave it there.
He doesn't have the balls to be on camera like we do. I said he wants to be on conference balls.
guys, hey, let's hurry up. I got to get a new camera so you people can see my
All
attractive
right,
look tomorrow.
let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
I'm not done yet. I had 3 more.
Wait, you have the Dodgers.
Dodgers 80 and 82. Okay.
What the hell?
Padres 79 and 83, and then the Rockies 48 and 114.
You know what? Nobody's giving the Rockies much respect here for the Colorado Rockies.
Because they haven't earned it.
They got exactly.
Well, they haven't.
All right.
Philadelphia
Let me wrap-
76ers of baseball.
Let me wrap
Go ahead,
this
brother.
up with my predictions. And unlike what Sean says, San Francisco will walk away with the division with 100 wins. The Arizona Diamondbacks will be next with 88 wins.
Okay.
The San Diego Padres will finish third with 80 wins. The Los Angeles Dodgers will finish in fourth place with 74 wins. And the Colorado Rockies will not win a game. No, I'm kidding. They'll win 62 games.
There is the entire list on these papers.
Yes.
Of their
Yes.
on that note, we want to thank the over 30 people that came in and checked out our show today.
Yes.
Want to thank the Dino from the FU Network for coming on in the chat room and bringing some interesting comments. Also want to thank Christine. Let's get some particulars out of the way. Go to Arena Sports Network. It's the best platform for sports. Not only basketball, volleyball, baseball is coming soon to ASN. There's a lot of great content. And you can follow them at Twitter at Arena Sports Net. And make sure to follow that great man, that great bald man down the square over here. You can follow him at Twitter at Golden Voice Snow. That is Brian Snow, the voice and the heart of ASN and here for the Sports Drive. Also, go ahead, Sean.
And just remember, plenty of time for you all to go out and get a haircut at Walmart.
Oh, Sean. No, you can't do it. You can't tell people what to do in life. All right, are you going to tell me what to do?
I'm going to tell you what to do when you and I meet in a week's time.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But that's a business relationship. By the way, I want to say this, guys. I want to say this in all seriousness. Hey, thank you, Brian. Brian Snowman, thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you all for allowing me to bring in this opportunity. And to the FU Network, yes, I will drink a lot of Bud tonight, especially when Raw comes on.
I miss the frogs.
Forget Sean and his wine tasting. Fuck that. Give me a little chicken and beer, and I'll be fine.
I don't want to drink beer.
All right.
Come on up to Idaho. Not only have not just have beer and chicken, but there's plenty of potatoes.
Okay, Al Waterman.
Dude. John, you need to
We gotta go, y'all.
Yeah, I gotta go.
We gotta get the heck up out of here.
All right, hold up, guys. Hold up. Make sure to follow Sean at Twitter at SeanManSWR. Make sure to follow our other great co-host, the Big Win himself, Frank Sprinkle at ISBN_Frank.
That's all.
I'm at Twitter at Josh Lopez CSR. You can check out my radio show, The Pro Wrestling Experience, on Wednesdays on ChicagoLandSportsRadio.com. I'm making a big announcement. I'm making a change for our show in the coming months. So I'll keep you guys posted on that end. And with that said, we're out. This is the first edition of the Sports Drive. Will be here every Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays here on Arena Sports Network from 10 to noon Central Time. For the Snowman, for Sean Man, and Frank Sprinkle, my name is Josh Lopez. This has been the Sports Drive here on Arena Sports Network. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow.
Gotta go.
Yep.
Gotta buy a camera.